I tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 167. We in the building. You already know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Breezy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all doing out there?
You already know what you gotta do. Please download the Live Podcast app on iOS, on Android, and please follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If any branded deals, business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. All right, episode 167. How you feeling this week, brother?
I'm chilling, man. I can't really complain too much. A little tired, but we know we pushing through. How you feeling?
No. Stop doing this, Slick.
What happened?
Am I the one that always had to give you your fucking flowers on this platform?
What happened?
We're celebrating something big this week, brother.
You already talked about that last week.
You grad.
Oh, the other thing. The other thing, my bad.
This man over here, you gotta give yourself some flowers, man. You getting your second master's degree this week. Clap it up for yourself. Come on now. What you know, a black man with 2 master's degree out here?
Man, I'd be mad. I've been said I wasn't going back to school, and I keep going back. I feel like Chingy on that damn Tyrese song. Or the flip side of that.
Nigga, I was looking at PhD program, and I'm really thinking to myself, do a nigga got 4 years of but my nigga, I ain't gonna lie, Dr. Brian or Dr. Sazon, that could be my new IG name, will sound fire in 4 years, though.
Yeah, I thought about that. I know I ain't done. I think that's the funny part. That's why I'm just kind of like, I feel like that I don't celebrate a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, I'm not finished yet. I'm gonna probably BS for a year or two. All right, I'm back at it. That's how this kind of comes. Things come into play when you least expect them, but you've kind of desired them. So, hey, Dr. Slick, I could be with that. Figure out a lot of different ways to add on to the title, as long as it make the bankroll go up too, though.
That's what I'm talking about. And then probably by the end of the year, God willing, if boy could stop procrastinating and actually study, I should have my certification in public management and project management, and also my leadership certificate, which is hopefully if I could just settle my ass down and actually, I have all my hours. I just gotta study, which is hard.
That's funny. I definitely was like, dang, I still got some OG coding stuff I wanted to finish up. I got mad courses I want to finish taking. I guess because Lil Mama will be here soon. I'm not gonna have time. But those moments where she's sleeping, and I'm like, I can't sleep right now. I got stuff to work on, so we're gonna tighten it up. We gonna keep flying high.
Pray for us, guys, and then also pray for everyone out here too. Do your stuff, man. We got 6. This is June. We should have started this episode with Slut Me Out season, but hey, we could do that next week with the proper intro songs like we do. Slut Me Out season 3 next week. But we have 6 more months of this year, so even if the first 6 months didn't go your way, it didn't go how you thought it was going to go, you still got 6 months left of this year. How do you want 2024 to end? On a positive note or a negative note?
That's offending. But then I was just thinking about it, like when you go January to January, a lot of times, sometimes it might not hit the way you need it to. But it's like for me, from last June to this current June, right? I'm not even a full year in it from when I started doing all the stuff I've been doing. So I still got a whole nother month to go, and my life has changed. It's done a complete 180 from the day I was. I just try to get through a school year, just trying to chill. Got into this little program, see what it's hitting for. A lot for fiance, father, a second master's degree, leadership credentials. So it's a lot of big things happening. A lot of other opportunities are starting to fall. And it's just like, getting the energy to follow through. And I think it's a lot of just great resources. And I think the real key is being around great people. I think you can do a lot on your own. Don't get me wrong. But I think when you're around like-minded individuals that kind of all see the vision and you're all pushing for that, and there's people to hold you, like accountability buddies are the real shit. Like, I think that's really where it hits the mark. So I guess we is going to celebrate this, we are going to celebrate this and continue to keep striving for greatness, like Bron be saying, even though he be finessing.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But also, like you say, it does take a village. Like I said, previous episode, a lot of nuances in life, a lot of cliches. They're cliches because they kind of have some truth behind them. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But Slick, my week is pretty good. But Slick, I have a problem.
What happened?
Is there a possible way to eliminate a stigma or a stigma on your name, or a stain or a reputation on your name? So Slick, as you know, when we started this podcast, oh my God, it's about to be 4 years. Shit going by fast. But yes, pre-pandemic Brian or pre-pandemic Sazon was outside, right? I was outside, I was probably, showing the world all the lit spots in New York City. I was literally, if you had a brunch spot, especially a black owned, I probably frequented there a few times. I was traveling a lot. But Slick, can you attest, since the pandemic, life has been calm and Brian's been indoor poppy?
Trying to be, but you can't shake the stigma. You guys become more famous. You got to.
You can never else, man, for real.
I said you be trying to be, but I also said you can't just change the stigma about yourself if people only see what they want to see. So you got to elevate to kind of put yourself in a different space.
Nick, I've been doing this for 4 years now. I've been inside. You could attest to this because you know more about my day-to-day life since we started doing this podcast. I've been indoors. You've been more outside than I've been.
Barely. That's only because I have to go outside.
I've been inside, and because you know why I bring this up? Because I'm talking to my homegirl, and she's talking about, oh yeah, what's the lit spots and all that. Yeah, I'm like, I don't go nowhere. Like me and you talk often. You be asking me what I'm doing. I'd be like, I don't be doing shit. If it's not no friend stuff, or right now, it looks like every month I'm going to a baby shower. Y'all niggas need to stop fucking. PSA out here. Come on now. I went to some shit in April, your shit in May, and I got some shit in June. Y'all niggas been fucking towards the tail end of 2023. But I'm like, yo, I don't really be doing much anyways. Like, I really be like indoor, and just niggas keep referring to me as outside. And I'm just like, yo, this shit has been 4 years now. Niggas in their 30s now. I can't be outside like that. Why is this still on my name? Should I just start showing niggas that I'm in the crib? Because the thing about it is, why I post them on social media now, if it's not the podcast shit, it's just a funny video or a Haitian video. I don't really do my light skin radio shit anymore. I'm really not on social media like I was pre-pandemic. How do I eliminate this stigma from my name?
You gotta put a poll out and see if somebody can support you with that. I don't know. You could just go ghost.
Nah, y'all niggas will hold me in a second. I already know my friend group. I already know. Cause look at you. Me, you are best as a friends, and you hold me just now. So I could imagine niggas who are not my best friends over here. But I'm not outside. Cuff me. A lot of my friends are either getting married or having children, or both in Slick case. So, I'm tired of showing this to these baby showers alone. So my DM is open. Let me get something that's real. You feel me? Come on. I take you in your forehead, mama. All right, let's get this episode on the go. All right, we don't have too much on the news because we are recording this a couple of days earlier than our usual case, because my boy will be celebrating his graduation, and we do not want him to be in here recording. But I wanted to just talk about karma with this particular person, Alex Jones. We don't really talk about him that much on this podcast, except for when Ye was calling himself Hitler on his show. But Alex Jones, he's a well-known conspiracy theory, and he has made outrageous claims. One of the most stuff that went viral was he says that the Sandy Hook tragedy was not real. Slick.
I've heard.
And which he got sued for, and he has to pay the family a lot of money, to the point now he can't even afford. So Slick, I sent you this video of him. He just hit a tear of the white man.
I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight. And these people hate our children. We're gonna beat these people.
He's going through it.
I don't know. Something about me hearing a white man cry brings a little bit of joy in my soul. Am I a fucked up person, Slick?
I think when you think about the damage he's done, if you think about like the perception of what he's built his platform on and like the topics that he tackles, granted your beliefs are your beliefs, but at the same point you're speaking on things that are like legitimately harmful. Like children have lost their lives, like touchy subjects. Families have to deal with the trauma, so it's like you reap what you sow in a lot of aspects. That's why you have to be careful what you speak on and how you speak on it, and the delivery in which you attack those situations. Because this could happen. And 1-800, you a billionaire? I'm snitching. I want my cut.
You feel me? Now he got to sell his ranch to pay for the legal bills. Bro, you disrespected deceased children and thought this, and this just shows listeners, if you happen to come across this part, there are still consequences for actions. I know social media, sometimes you can hide behind fake profiles and XYZ. Don't think consequences are real, but hey, it's still out there. Also, Slick, this past weekend was Summer Jam. I'm boycotting Hot 97. For a simple fact, because we talked about Sleepy Hollow and Sheff G attending Trump. Now, granted, we know why he did it, why they did it. They're trying to get that part in, Slick, and I'm not agreeing with Trump. But Rosenberg from Hot 97 was calling for a ban because initially Sleepy Hollow was set to perform. And now, as you know, Sheff G just got home recently, so obviously he was going to hit the stage with Sleepy Hollow. So during the interview or during one of their shows, Rosenberg asked for a ban, which turned out later on that they actually banned Sheff G, not Sleepy. But Sleepy, in return, did not perform because obviously he stuck to the bro code. What's your thoughts about Hot 97 banning Sheff G because he was out there in the Bronx with Trump?
I mean, radio, music, essentially anything that is public consumption, is going to lean to the left or the right. To ban them from the show, I'm like, what's the message that so political affiliation matters with music when we talking about killing people? You feel me? Which is always confusing. It's like the agenda is never aligned.
You not here have all the artists that you had. Kodak Black alone should not ever. You had Kodak Black. That alone shuts down anything that you have going on with the band.
Yeah, so it's always like, what is the agenda versus what are we supporting? Like, you can have your opinion, but I'm like, we gonna support who's on this bill? I see Doja, Offset, Sexy Red, Meth and Red, DeVito, T Grizzly. It's a lot of niggas that got charges. It's a lot of questionable characters, if we will. So that's why I'm kind of like, why? And it's like your personal agenda because you like the head of the radio station. I don't necessarily support that because Summer Jam is not a political outlet. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And granted, we understand the damage that the Trump campaign has done to black people. We also understand the damage that a lot of political parties and candidates have done to our community. So it's kind of like you shouldn't be picking. I say you can't, but you shouldn't be picking and choosing for certain things like this when it's a celebration of hip hop. And Sleepy and Sheff are part of the sound of the younger generation right now.
And New York, and also it's like, wasn't Summer Jam the place where 50 Cent crew beat and robbed a nigga off a chain?
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know Summer Jam was this weekend, bro. That's how poor the marketing has been. Granted, with the radio, you got to really be in tune. I'm like, I ain't seen no pop-ups on the websites, no Instagram ads. I was like, yo, this happened already?
I only know about it because of the ban, because of outlets talk about the ban of Sheff G. But just speaking on the Summer Jam, what's your thoughts about Method Man saying that they're never coming back to perform at Summer Jam due to the lack of
crowd interaction?
The crowd interaction from the younger kids. What's your thoughts about that? Because Method Man said not New York and the whole tri-state area plus Ebro, I got love for you, but never again. At this point, this generation gap is just too wide for him.
No, I respect it. I think back to, I was it the Meadows or Rolling Loud? Whatever concert was at Citi Field like 4 or 5 years ago. This is when the Wu-Tang Clan show came out. And they had the Wu-Tang as one of the headliners, bro. And a lot of kids was out there at their stage. But it was quiet. And they was doing hits. They was bringing the ruckus, bro. It was going crazy. Like, for fans of the Wu-Tang, fans of Method Man, Raekwon, all of them, like, it was going up. But it was quiet. And that was 4 or 5 years ago. That's pre-COVID, actually. Matter of fact, because I wasn't going to no freaking concert after like that after COVID.
Hey, you went to a concert the first year after COVID, nigga.
But I was not a festival.
Oh,
like a full blown outdoor mad people festival. Like no.
Oh yeah, no.
So I think that when I saw that, now this is 5 years later, and the sound has definitely gotten away from the energy. The rappers don't perform, and it's music that's not TikTok sounds. It's a lot of the audience goes to these events for pictures and to say I was there. And to see like one or two of the headlining artists. They're not necessarily paying attention to the legacy acts, right? So I respect it. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to do these shows. And then even though I got my bread, like I'm a performer. I'm here to have fun and turn up. And half of my performance is dictated by the audience reaction. And I'm getting no reaction. I respect that. Why would I jack that?
Bro, niggas don't know Method Man. And Method Man and Redman was always good in my book because they made my favorite movie of all time, How High. I could say that movie for word. Verbatim, but I respect it, especially because the New York sound right now is straight Jersey hip rocking drill block blah boom. And even though Method Man and Redman talk some gangster shit in their raps, but just the cadence is just not what the kids are feeling. So obviously they probably might be some old heads there that probably people probably around our generation who was there, but they definitely don't outnumber.
Bro,
the younger crowd.
Me and you didn't know Summer Jam was this weekend. I don't think none of our friends knew Summer Jam was this weekend. Summer Jam is appealing to the old heads, the hood boogers, like the people that still ride around with the radio because they don't have a CD player in their car. You feel me? I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. I'm like, it's not. The radio stations have to adapt. That's where we really got to go with this, right? You can't just throw a bill of people together and be like, oh, we're going to care. Back in the day when that was like the social outlet, I always wanted to go to a Summer Jam, and I never went because I always heard like, yo, you be out there for like 9 hours to hear like 8 artists because they got to keep switching sets and all of this.
Get robbed.
You're going to see people fight, the whole shebang. But it's like, it was part of the culture. As the culture is evolving, these events aren't evolving because radio is still cool, but streaming is where the power is at. Now, if there's like an Apple Music Fest or a Spotify Fest or a Spotify Jam, whatever you want to call it, yeah, they'll get you because they're going to make sure you know about that joint. And they're going to have a well-rounded list. Like, again, I read this list. I was like, there was nobody I would have been excited to go see. Also,
radio is very limited. They don't have the freedom to play whatever music is lit. I mean, they don't have to play the music that is gaining traction. They have to play the top 100 type of shit and stick in that realm because that's what brings in the bread type of stuff.
And even now,
so I agree.
The biggest part of radio is the interviews, and they put that on YouTube. Why am I on the radio for? And by the time I see the interview, it's like 4 days later, a week later, depending on who it is.
Facts. And then you got podcasts too. Shout out to the niggas that be listening to us on the way to work. You feel me? Shout out to y'all. So I agree.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's why I'm not even necessarily like I agree with him. Like, scrap the whole shit. I mean, the hood's still gonna pull up. The hood's still gonna pull. Like, I know some of my hood friends that went last year, but it's like at the same point, we got to revamp this because how are you serving?
Yeah. Now, Slick, I'm so glad that we didn't clown this man last week, even though we were supposed to. If you didn't know, the man who went viral for driving on a suspended license on the Zoom call, it turns out, Slick, he was actually a victim of a clinical error, and his suspension should have been lifted 2 years ago. So while everyone was clowning, even though I was clowning the shit out of him, because first of all, either way, I still could clown him. You was in there for a suspended license, bro. Why are you talking? And then think about it in the video. He was like, "Yeah, let me. I'm trying." And he was trying to be like a law-abiding citizen. Let me park the car just right so I can answer all the questions, just so we could like, yo.
He said, "You're driving." But isn't he here on suspended license? Yes, Your Honor. Lock his ass up.
You know how quick I've been like someone else is driving and then turn my video off.
I'd be like, I'm in my driveway just reparking my car. Hold on, give me 1 second. Something like I had to move the car for my wife.
But shout out to homie though. It was a clinical error and his suspension should have been lifted 2 years ago. So hopefully y'all send some positive energy because y'all was clowning the shit out of him. I ain't gonna lie, that's a new meme in my meme folder. That face where he
yo, they told him he had to turn himself in by 6 o'clock the same day, bro. You know how mad? I still gotta go to the doctor, and now I'm in the penitentiary. I'd have been furious.
The look he had when they told him,
he's about to get paid too.
Yo, sue niggas, bro, because
He's suing
niggas
everybody.
embarrass you online.
He's suing
But
everybody.
Slick, yo, Cat Williams need to win some type of award for this year, bro, because this whole 2024, bro, at least the first 6 months, has been a fucking battle. Everybody's been going, niggas fighting each other, niggas rap battle, and now we have a sports show versus a whole shoe company. And if you didn't know, Anthony Edwards, after he lost in the playoffs, dropped an Adidas commercial where he was responding to some clips about him, about receipts. And then one of the stuff about Camron, you know, kind of say, yo, fuck out of here, basically, you know? For Camron to come back on that show, now to spit a dope freestyle. I'm telling you, stop fucking with Harlem niggas. Harlem niggas don't play. And to say this about Adidas.
My real gripe, to be honest with you, was Adidas. So Adidas, this is what y'all want to do, because Anthony Edwards he's the talent. I deal with the bosses. Adidas, this is what y'all want to do? I'm just asking. This is what y'all want to do? Because listen, when I had Sebastian Telford on the show and he was dissing y'all called me and was like, yo, could we work something out, like, so y'all don't talk about Adidas on the show? And I'm like, I don't got no beef with y'all. So that's Sebastian Telford's beef with y'all. I can give y'all his number and y'all can work out whatever y'all going to work out. But I don't have a problem with you. That's what I told them. But, since, you know, I was going to let it go, but they all in the comments and everything else. So what I did was...
What they say in the comments?
Like, you know, they'll show the commercial and they'll be like, that's right. Little shit, nothing crazy. It wasn't nothing bad.
Yeah.
But what I did do was this. I have a female that I'm working with this football season. Her name is Arabia Iman. She's a beast. I can't wait to look forward to her. She's a football analyst. Me and her are going to be working very, very closely this football season. And what we did was we put together a little clip that I'm about to play for y'all. All the people that got hurt wearing Adidas. Derrick Rose, Amon Shepard, Leon Messi, John Wall, Kevin Ware, RG3. Matter of fact, I don't even have to do it.
You could watch the full clip and he goes into a whole rant, especially with Kevin Ware, about Adidas, about people getting hurt in Adidas. Like, what's your initial thoughts about this? Camron have a smoke for Adidas.
Cam is petty. Cam is super petty. But he like, yo, y'all okayed it. And then we just had an interaction, and now that's the commercial I want to draw. Because Anthony Edwards just said, "Fuck, buddy." He's like, "I don't care what he say." Y'all had to okay that. That's y'all ad campaign. So I think that when you think about that, it's like, oh, Cam, he gonna shoot back, and he has the platform to do such. Like, yes, you got a media giant in Adidas, but like everybody listening to Cam right now. It's interesting too, because I'm like, yo, man, they really taking this to the next level. Something that people started doing for fun and quick cash grabs and turning them into generational millionaires.
Bro, I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. I keep telling y'all, leave Harlem niggas alone. Y'all, everybody be talking about Queens niggas. I ain't gonna lie, Queens niggas is petty. Maybe we could just put 50 Cent as just a petty New York nigga. Harlem niggas do not forget, and Harlem niggas is shiesty. Please. I mean, I'm excited to hear about the documentary he's potentially going to have with Kevin Ware, because that's a name that not a lot of people in this generation are familiar with. But Adidas, I don't think you need this on your belt, because you already had the whole Ye situation, and the way how y'all dropped Ye and then get back with him just to shit on him again, and then now you're going to go against Camron, who is a legend in our community. It's not gonna work against your plate. We're trying to be up there with Nike. And I ain't gonna lie to you right now, Slick. New Balance is up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a New Balance nigga now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm fucking with New Balances. So I'm not. When's the last time you copped some Adidas outside of some Yeezy?
It's been a minute. Probably since Jerry Lorenzo took over and they had the Sambas on sale right before he took over. That's probably the last pair I bought.
And niggas are not even wearing the pants like that anymore, gang.
Yeah, the track pants fell off. Those are just workout pants. Are comfortable, like I'm chilling, painting the house type joints.
So be careful. Start apologizing now, Adidas, because right now you're not really that in a standpoint in the culture like that, though. But just to get on to music now, Slick, what's in the air, bro? Can you tell me what's going on? Why everybody's beefing with each other? I think because this marks the 1 month from the legendary battle from Kendrick Lamar and Drake. But now we have another legendary battle. Stop it. You see this? I can't even say Kendrick without you.
I didn't do anything.
But now we have a potential legendary battle between Bia and Cardi B. So Slick, this is the initial song that got Cardi B to respond. Can you play the Bia song first?
Do I have to? Why we? Oh man, fine, whatever. Let me go find these records. Let's do it. Oh, see, look, I don't even want to play. That's how you know they wild.
Which made Cardi B? You know Cardi B's from the Bronx. Matter of fact, I know I said Harlem niggas is petty. Leave New York niggas alone, period, from any borough. Because this is what made Cardi B jumped on the Wannabe remix with Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion. Then Slick Bia went on Instagram Live, Slick, and dropped the whole track. Slick, what's your thoughts, Slick?
I was like, damn, why are we beefing? What happened? Why can't we all just get along?
Yo, fuck it. Everyone take their pants off. Let's see whose coochie is the best.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You are a sick and twisted
You know
individual.
that blue face TikTok song?
What is wrong with you? Why are you
Go
like
ahead,
this?
bro.
Why are you like this? Nah, I was interested. I was just like, okay, how did they even get? So Bia thinks that Cardi copied her. Cardi didn't appreciate that Bia was subbing her and deleted tweets about her because now Bia's cool with Nick, right? And then Bia drops the song. Was she off beat when it started? Was I tweaking? Was that just the video? It sounded like she didn't start off on beat.
Oh, the latest BS track?
Yeah, it sounded like she started off. I was like,
Oh yeah, she was in the studio mixing it. That was not the official version.
Okay,
the official version been released.
Oh, I didn't hear the official version yet, but I was like, hold on, why you just clowning her like not catching the beat and you ain't catching the beat? But yeah, now
Did you hear some of the stuff that she was saying? How you let another nigga fuck a bitch in your crib? You need to do it for the culture. You know, Cardi B kid is named Culture. Like, she has some bars in here.
I gotta hear the final track.
Put that on your kids. You love yourself. CARDI, cry out Instagram, catch a letter to, because you couldn't catch the beat.
But,
Am I better than you or party? You've been scraping songs since 2019.
She has been scrapping songs.
She has some bars.
She has been scrapping songs since 2019. That is crazy. That is definitely accurate. Yeah, too. Cardi threatened to sue her. Cardi been on Instagram Live. She recorded the phone conversation they had. That's why I heard the track where it opened up with, "This is a collect call. You're being monitored," or whatever the lingo was. I was like, oh my goodness, damn. Rap beef. They trying to get hip hop back on top. Everybody fighting.
I'm with it, Slick. As long as this should stay on track and nobody
lose their life.
Because you know Nicki Minaj and the Cardi B actually got into some fisticuffs. As long as niggas keep this shit on beat, I'm with it. But you know what niggas is getting on Bia about? She said that she writes all her lyrics.
And she doesn't?
Nope. Because Lotto reference track for one of her songs got released.
Her biggest song.
Not too long ago.
Her biggest song, yeah.
So it's like, oh, there's cap in your rap, Bia. But Slick, I don't know who I'm going for because actually, Bia is very, very underrated.
She's talented.
I'm in London. I'm gonna
go and shop at the mall. that track was a bop.
I even like the song where she had with G Herbo, the "Give Me Bestos." Ah man, but we from New York, Slick. I gotta stick to Cardi B. You feel me? Cardi B just gotta do something with the Bia track with Lil Jon. Do a sample with that. You remember that? Bia, why you acting like a? She put that as a sample, and then she just got to jump in the video and do the twisty, the little ha-ha, the little ha-ha face. She wins the battle.
That's fair. I can see that.
But Slick, this is the real Civil War because we talked about the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar Civil War, but this is really Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. On Nicki Minaj's part, you have Carly Rae, right? That's her name, right?
Yeah.
Ray, Bia, who else did Nicki Minaj? Ice Spice, even though that might be shaky because of the text messages that Ice Spice friend leaked of her. And then now on Cardi B's side, you have Meg Thee Stallion, Lotto, and Glorilla. And Glorilla. Hold on, let me give you a little shout out, boo.
She's like 20.
I saw you.
She's like 24. Relax.
Hold on. Did you see her? Did you see the little performance her and Meg Thee Stallion? And she made that shit. That she made that little Whopper Junior slap.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
She made that little Whopper Junior clap. Go ahead, Glow, with your BBL. You're not beating those BBL allegations, Glow. I ain't gonna lie, baby. That shit look like on fucking White House sliders. Hercules. Shout out to you.
What is wrong?
Yo, Slick, we ready to pod?
What is wrong?
You gonna leave me here?
What is wrong with you? Well, not today. Man said she got two. You said you got two White Castle sliders back there just clapping. That was crazy.
What? I was surprised. Even Meg was surprised. I was surprised. I was like, hold on, that shit. Because already, good jobs on the titties. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good tit job that Glorilla got. And then she made that little Whopper Junior clap. I was like, Glorilla, you gonna hire my list now? You might start entering the realm with Kaylani and them.
I knew you had it tight.
Come on now, I need a little roughneck in my roster. Come on, Slick. Sometimes you gotta fuck that rough. She gonna choke you while riding you. You need that experience. Slick's not ready here, guys. Slick is not ready here to pod with us. I guess I'm here on the island by myself.
I'm not risking the door for Glorilla. Nah, I'm good.
And then she gonna sound like Rick Ross a little bit. You feel?
What is wrong with you, man?
Get your little roughneck. And she gonna oodle and noodles your ass up with some noodles afterwards too.
She definitely gonna hit you.
You gotta appreciate.
Damn, son.
You gotta appreciate a nice hood booger sometimes. You feel me? And the thing about it was so fun messing with the hood boogers because shit not gonna last. It's not gonna be a long ride, but it's gonna be a fun ride. You know?
You're a terrible person.
All right, let's get back to the topic because you leaving me here by myself, ISO.
Terrible person.
Oh man, but I'm here for it. I'm ready to hear Cardi B response.
Cardi gonna sue her, and Cardi about to call them lawyers.
And you know what the thing about it, Cardi is not gonna lose no street cred about it too, because she told you girls what she would do to girls. Mm-hmm. She would not only beat your ass, but she will also sue your ass.
And she taking your money. I want all the residuals.
Now, Slick, I gotta be serious here real quick, Slick. We've been covering, like I mentioned before, it's been a month since the legendary battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And, we've been talking about this for the last 3. You know he copywriting niggas, right?
I'm John Stockton.
Hey, that's fine.
Beat your ass and
I'm done. He definitely is copyright. I
wasn't even gonna talk about the whole beef thing.
That's how we got to this next topic, so I had to do that.
Well, he is copywriting. So all you niggas, when the beef was happening, oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar's letting niggas eat. Y'all ain't eating now. Y'all not eating now. But Slick, remember I said I was here for Drake's villain arc or villain era,
mm-hmm.
and I told him to say basically fuck everybody and do what you love. Slick, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a little hesitant on why. I'm a little hesitant on this, Slick, because he did the whole BBL Drizzy. I was like, all right, cool. That's a nice little, cool. He also have 2 upcoming tracks on the whole Camilla, which is gonna be bops because that's the type of music she makes. I'm cool for it. And it's been pre-recorded. So that gave me my excuse to people like, yo, this shit was recorded last year when he was fucking her in Turks. I was cool off of that. I had that excuse. But Slick, what the fuck is this? Why Gwan Delilah shit? Slick, what's going on, Slick? I'm a lawyer nigga, Slick. I'm a lawyer nigga. That's what you can say about Brian. I'm a lawyer nigga. I'm a weather the storm like I've been weathering the storm for the past month. I did say, so in my defense, I did say, yo, fuck what everyone thinks, release whatever you want, because niggas is ungrateful and niggas don't hold you to the high regard. I'm going to stick to that stance. Like, what's your thoughts about this Gwan Delilah song?
That's how I feel, bro.
You're not going to edit this out, right?
Okay. But that wasn't it. it would have worked before. He would have dropped that like just right before the beef kicked off. Like, this is what I like. That would have been like, this is how serious I take y'all. I just feel like his moves have not been calculated. This is like the label told him to do this. Like, oh, we got, because it's from the parody Instagram, right? How big is his follower? How many followers he got? What does he got?
I don't know. I never heard of him, but I know he did a couple interviews, and I think he had this as a wish list type of stuff.
So yeah, that's probably.
And this is kind of going big in Toronto right now.
Yeah, so it's definitely something that's for the region or whatnot. But the optics on this are terrible. It's funny, like it would have came out on some like, all right, just randomly Drake just fucking around, cool. You can't afford to fuck around when she just got beat up. You can't.
He didn't get beat up. He did it. I'm weathering the storm. I'm loyal, slick.
I'm still a fan, but I was just like, ooh, nigga, these last couple.
No. You're not a fan. Stick on that side over here. For the last 2 episodes, I got to deal with this random, not like us insertion that you keep putting on this pod.
Sorry. He got, I told you, it got to be the art of war. He got to do something. This not it. He said he's about to come back with Summer Slash. He posted a picture of him versus 100 Samurais and shit. And all we got was BBL Drizzy and this shit. Gwan Delilah.
But this was released on SoundCloud because obviously they need to get permission from.
They're not getting that shit
Plain
cleared.
White Tees. Yeah,
they're not getting that shit cleared. It's over.
I'm here, Slick. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait until the Camilla Claudio shit drop.
He better drop Scary Hours 7 and just go stupid.
Nah. I don't want him. I don't want no rap. That's one thing I'm like, bro. I don't want you to do no rap album, no rap EP. Fuck them niggas because they released Scary Hours 3 and those are his worst performance songs. Y'all don't really care that Drake raps. I want a bop so I could at least play that shit and counter of Not Like Us. But Slick, apparently Travis Scott doesn't like Drake. That's academics alluded that one of the friends that he'd been doing hits with also don't like him, and there's a lot of people have rumored that it's Travis Scott. What's your thoughts about that? The end of the Travis Scott and the Drake friendship, mind you. In each Travis Scott's biggest project, Drake had a legendary verse or a song on there.
But I think that's also bred by the fact Travis wants to be Drake. Travis, like, I produced the music. If this nigga not writing, I'm not writing, so we don't got to worry about the writers, quote unquote. And he lost the Grammy to Drake several times. And his biggest song is with Drake, right? It's the Drake cosign. So I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like we was cool. But even there's rumors back in the day that when Travis and Rihanna was having relations and Drake was in the picture, he posted videos like, oh, she don't want the 6, she trying to be over here with me. Like, it's always been underlying jealousy, and I think this created a moment that Not Like Us and Like That and all of that stuff. I think
that wrote on our performance too.
Yeah, it created a space for him to just kind of be like, all right, bet this is how I really feel. Like, this is the cool thing. I don't gotta hide it no more. So I'd rather know what side you on than be sitting here second guessing. Like, I think the problem with Drake. But the problem with Drake is that he show a lot of love, and it could be misconstrued as fake because a lot of people don't see it as genuine, or they don't like the success he gets because you're not guaranteed. Even if you get a hit single with him, you're not guaranteed to get the follow up. Like, you don't get the automatic Drake rub because that's a fan base that's been cultivated and grown over the last 15 years.
I agree, because I was having an argument once I alluded to last week about the argument with my homie was. He kept bringing about like, oh yeah, he does these tracks with these people and that's it. And I'm over here like, they're not contractually obligated. He's not obligated to do anything else besides these songs with these people. They're not signed to him. The only people who can actively go on the media and shit on him on that regard, there's 4 Bats, Division, Smiley, whack ass, Party Next Door, Baca, and Roy Woods. Those are only people that is signed to OVO that can go out publicly and shit on Drake for not doing much for them. Because I remember talking to my homie, he's like, oh yeah, what about Block Boy JB? He hops on these songs with these people, and that's it. What else he's supposed to do?
That's the hard part too.
You feel me? He gave you the look. He gave you the biggest assist. You upset at and thing about it is I was trying to tell him is like you can't be upset at him because he has his business in order and these motherfuckers don't.
I will.
Who do you see?
I can fight you. I can fight you on the thing that OVO doesn't do a good job with marketing, or he doesn't use his connections to market, and I think that's the problem. Because a lot of times it's like the idea of where the music is going. Because we could argue people like P&T, you could say P&D 1 and 2 was classic joints, not like in the sense of like yo he came out. They had great records, stuff that you should have heard a lot more places than you did. And OVO doesn't do a great job with getting that stuff out. It's quality music. We got fans that are, but you got to really be the division. You know, I'm a division guy. We didn't really get division rollouts until the podcast era one, but till he signed with Love Renaissance for management. So I think that's the problem. Right. OVO in isolation, the guys put out good music, but you're in a bubble. You're stuck in a bubble. When you given this happens with a lot of artists or a lot of rappers, but like Drake is an artist, so his R&B singers are still giving him some of their best vocals and best songs, right? Party is giving him some of his best tracks. Party's giving a lot of people some hits. Like Party gonna eat forever off of this shit he written.
But Party also alluded why he said he should be bigger than he is, but he also says why he's not, and that's more of a self thing than Drake doing that.
Even if you say even his beat records, you like, yo, it's P&D come. What all Drake do is throw the album in his story and post a picture of it. That's it. There's no media tour. I ain't never see a Party Next Door. What's it called? Division. I've seen a few. They got on his last two albums. They got Breakfast Club interviews, right? But you're thinking about like
Roy Woods was in that 2018. I saw him in concert. I actually like Roy Woods.
Roy Woods is good. Roy Woods, he should be bigger. OVO has never had a run like any of the other major rapper art labels where so I think that's the problem. G-Unit, Banks had number ones, Buck had number ones, Yayo had number ones, Murder Inc., John, them, they was running. Hove, Memphis Bleak, all of them. Like, you feel me? The Locks, Jadakiss, style. Like, you don't really get that. And again, Drake's not signing too many rappers, but you would think with the singers, that would be an easy niche, especially with the resurgence and the love of R&B in the last 10 years, right? P&D should be more visible. Division should be more visible. A lot of these artists, Roy Wood should be more visible and not just playlist artists, and that's the problem.
Okay, so in the because I remember we talked about this like a long time ago about like TDE, Dreamville, and OVO. I'm not gonna stick by OVO if you want to compare the big threes record labels. Definitely not. I'm 100% with you. OVO doesn't do a great job, and it also can also be like Drake doesn't want to be too much with them because then they get caught up in his light. That could also be a thing too. So I don't know how I feel about that as well. But but most of these are Canadian artists, except for Four Bats. But a lot of the Toronto rappers, don't kill me. I'm cheesing, fam. Don't do this to me. Why not that good? It's like
it's regional music that doesn't translate, but Party translates. Division, I've seen Division.
But Party, the reason why I don't accept the Party one is because Party says it himself is him. Is due to what he's going through. The reason why he's not elevated to where he's at. But as far as Division and Roy Woods, I 100% agree with you, bro.
So that's my thing.
But that's not. So is he not supposed to show love? Is he not supposed? Because I think that's also a problem too. Is he gets hate on because he has his business in order. He has his team that he has since the beginning. No new people for real. But you can't be upset that he give you a look and and the thing about it, he capitalized a little bit from that. But just because his team is that in order, his business is that in order, they know how to function. He takes that little opportunity from you and makes it bigger than it's supposed to be. But you can't fault him for that. You should have your team in order.
Yeah, but he's talking about singles for up and coming artists or like working with other artists. I'm just thinking about it from the label standpoint of him developing artists. Their artist development is shit. Their artist development is trash, and I think that's the hard part. If I'm signing with, this is probably the first time in history where somebody has signed. I'm trying to think. This is probably the first time in history where somebody there's not one mainstream artist that's doing shit. One, we can't get one, and not niche. One, shit. Ludacris had Bobby Valentino over Disturbing the Peace and Shauna. One.
Yeah. I mean, we could put Division there. Division had the best album of 2022, and it was popping because of the "I Should Have Cheated" song that whole year.
That was shock value. I'm talking about like one crossover act, one artist that's going to be like, yo, I can stand on
if you are a big rapper, do you want to sign with Drake? I don't think you want to sign.
But it's not about the artist development. And my history shows that my proximity to the biggest rapper, and I actually got some talent, I should get something. I should be somewhere. Wayne, Drake and Nicki talent, but put them in proximity to Wayne, their talent explodes. He had the recipe in his crib. He didn't even follow it.
Yeah.
And again, he has. But
don't you think that they get access to his team? Because they all 40 do produce on Division's album.
Drake came up instantly. We already had an affinity for Drake. Pause, because Drake came up through the mix. Because it's like it was affinity, infatuation. And whatever. It's Pride Month. Whatever. Who cares? But we have a connection with Drake from the music, his original core fan base, the emotional, vulnerable music, and then we got mainstream cocky. He's following Wayne and them. And he's like, oh, you could put a hook on this shit? Like what Birdman said. Oh, shit. I didn't know you could do that, young boy. So you get that, right? And then he evolved into this monster that could do everything, right? Drake's not even putting somebody in those same positions. It's like, okay, P&D, you got a fan base. Just keep making that music. How are you burning your horizons? You feel me? The one top 10 P&D got is because it had a Rihanna's vocal sample, and we hadn't heard no Rihanna music in 4 years. And this is not a shade to P&D, but it's like, we can't get one? If our podcast was associated with Drake and OVO, I would assume our viewership would 100x, right? And for a podcast, that's fine, because out of that 100x, you get 100,000 new people. You might keep 15,000 that can stay on consistently once that initial hype is done.
Mm-hmm.
In music, and it's again, Drake doesn't put out a single with Party Next Door singing the hook. He's still singing. That's probably another thing we don't even think about. He don't need to use his other artists. Like if a rapper signs a singer, like Ludacris gets Bobby Valentino and puts him on Pimpin' All Over the World. Now, when one of my songs is on 106 and Park on the radio, I'm hearing that.
I think we forgot Legit Jordan.
Drake's that's the only one.
Cream. Whatchamacallit, he had them on his albums,
but single
Division was on Views.
A single.
And all that.
I'm talking about a single, a song where it's like, I bet I know you, and now I'm expecting you to take off. We get deep cuts. The deepest cuts be the ones he features them on, but they don't get that notoriety. That's my problem, and I've been saying this for years. When I talk about the growth,
I mean that's why I'm quiet, bro. You see me. Usually I'm the biggest Drake supporter, but Drake as a label owner, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not. I can't argue, bro. This is why I be hating when niggas be trying to argue with Drake with me. Like, this is where you could shut me up. This is the topic where I'll be like, yeah, bro. This is where I'll be like,
Drake
got it.
Drake should be at that whole level. I don't even have to put out music anymore. My artist is carrying, and I could jump on a J Electronica album and literally make it our album and be like, all right, I'm good.
He working too because you're making great points and I don't like this.
Honestly, that's probably that's honestly probably how he lost. He been working so hard that got to the point was like, if For All the Dogs was Drake featuring the Youngins, Yachty, everybody who was quote unquote writing these songs. If it was a collection of those records, where it's like, all right, you can have a verse, I got a verse, we going back and forth, and it was framed as such, I guarantee the reception is different.
But you know the problem is he's got to do a mysterious drop, because the problem with him is every time he announces an album that he's working on, the internet takes it, because this is what happened with Views. Not too much with Views, because Views was a little bit with Views, but But after Views, that's when it started happening. Certified Lover Boy, with Scorpion, because of the whole beef. And then, especially with Certified Lover Boy, when he announced Certified Lover Boy, you remember the internet rumors. Oh, this gonna sound like this. It's gonna be like that. And then even for all the dogs, he just announced the name for all the dogs. Oh, and then Drake is gonna rap because he just released a feature. Drake for the next album or next collection.
No singles.
No singles. Drop it like honestly, never mind. Put a post that morning that you're gonna drop at 12 and keep it a day, because that's the problem. I think one of the things is he releases these titles and he listens to the public. Back to what we said last week. He listens to the public.
Honestly, never mind, not that bad.
Bro,
now that I think about it, it's not that bad.
Honestly, never mind. We both said it wasn't bad. It's just, nigga, you just got to be in Ibiza. You just got to be.
It's definitely it's outside music.
Yeah. But real quick, what's your thoughts on Eminem's new track Houdini? He had a Meg Thee Stallion bar. He said a whole bunch of stuff.
You know, I don't listen to Eminem.
Damn.
I haven't listened to Eminem since he got sober. That sounds crazy to say. But
since the recovery?
I haven't listened to
the recovery album?
Recovery is probably the last Eminem project I had on my phone. I can't even say listen to.
Yeah. I never really been a big fan of M, but I stopped listening to him when he started doing the whole rap guy rapping fast. Because I'm like, bro, the problem was never that you could rap. Everyone said you rap, probably top 5 lyricists of all time. It was just like, what are you rapping about type of stuff. And he kept throughout this whole, at least last 10 years, keep trying to like tell us how well he rhymes words, and it's like, bro, that's not moving us.
Yeah, there's no story behind it anymore. But I mean,
only thing I want to mention about the Houdini track is motherfuckers don't know M. All this cancel culture doesn't work on M. M been saying wild shit in his verses, because I've seen people put thought pieces about the Meg Thee Stallion bar he has, and I'm like, this nigga has dissed his own daughters on record, his mom, his people. He don't give a fuck. You should not be expecting him to follow social media cancellation shit in this day and age with M. Good?
I'm good. I don't listen to him. I can't say much.
But I'm excited for him because he's framing this album as disappearing his career. So this might be the official last album of Eminem. But he's still a legend in our book. You feel me? I support it. Real quick before we get to the heated WNBA topic that's been going on with Stephen A. Smith and with the women.
Monica McNutt.
What's your NBA? Yeah, I didn't want to say McNutt. Quick, Slick, what's your NBA Finals prediction?
Boston Mavericks. Does Boston show up for a full 7 games? I don't think so. We've seen what one killer can do to Boston. Imagine what 2 can do with some solid role players. I got the Mavs in 6. Wouldn't be surprised.
I want Kyrie to win.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if Boston wins, but I'm taking Mavs in 6. I'd put 100 on that.
Real quick, what's your thoughts of JJ Redick being the Los Angeles Lakers head coach?
The podcast was a prolonged job interview. I'm not mad at it though, because I think that one thing that we've seen is that JJ Redick has the ability to communicate and has relationships with players. He seems like he'll probably be a player coach, but he also knows the game of basketball. I'd be interested to see how he holds players accountable, but they're going to put a good staff around him. You know, LeBron has buy-in. I mean, they've done a podcast together, so it's like when shit goes left, I feel like they'll be able to communicate. And, you know,
he understands Bron. Yeah. I think him doing a podcast, he understands how Bron's works. So I think it's going to be definitely better than Darvin Ham's situation, because I don't think Darvin Ham ever really understand Bron.
Darvin Ham he could boost players' morale, but he wasn't X's and O's. I think JJ has shown he understands the breakdown. And like him and Bron think the game very similar. So that might make it easier. You just hope that the other players on the team don't feel like he's Bron's boy. And if he can chew Bron up and like legit be like, yo, bro, you're fucking up, that goes a long way. And if they do get another star, they could add a player, a Darius Garland, a Donovan Mitchell, not necessarily, I don't think they can get Trae Young, but, somebody that can.
Zach LaVine?
Too much money. Too much money for what he's going to give you. He's going to give you Klay Thompson points at making $50 million a year. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. Unless they're going to attach an asset to it or something.
All right. So it's like, before we get to our song, we got to have this debate. What's your whole thoughts? You could get the clip ready. about that first take clip that's going viral of Stephen A. Smith and McNutt. What's her first name again? I apologize.
Monica McNutt.
Monica McNutt.
I'm playing a 12-second one. I'm playing Stephen A's reaction.
I'm 12-second one.
All right, bet. Let's listen up.
More than first take.
Stephen A. respectfully.
More than first take.
Stephen A. respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Don't.
All right.
So if you didn't watch the clip, they was talking about the WNBA, especially Caitlin Clark being bullied and being fouled by a fellow WNBA player. Really, that foul was unnecessary. It was really unnecessary. That was some Draymond level green crash out type of foul. But that comes off the cuffs about that. And then all of the media is defending Caitlin Clark. And this is what happened. Monica McNutt come to the defense and then you also have Angel Reese comments about Caitlin Clark is not the reason why we all doing what we're doing right now. It's based off the path of Candace Parker and everyone else. Slick, what's your whole thoughts? You're the sports man.
First and foremost, we gotta put some respect on Monica McNutt's name. She definitely has been working with the Knicks in the hometown, making sure stuff, we're getting the facts. She's color commentator for Knicks radio. She works the sideline in certain games, does commentary in others. I think the fact that there's another video of Stephen A. alluding to the fact that he's made these women famous and the ones that work with him. Yes and no, you're giving them a platform, but they've already been working. You're not just gonna put a random person on your platform, right? That's one. For two, she's right. The WNBA has been on the uptick in the last couple of years. Like I've been to a few games, went to the WNBA finals last year. Actually, the games Liberty lost for the title. Like it's been on a swing, but it could have been a lot better because instead of it being the butt of the jokes, like it's losing money and it's that and the third, and we only talk about the same 2 or 3 players. Like now, it's like there's good games being played every day. There are good players with visibility. To Angel Reese's point about like it's not just Caitlin Clark, like she's a part of it. That's true in the sense that everybody was talking about that national championship game from 2 years ago, right? When LSU beat Iowa State, right? And even now, Caitlin Clark goes on to break all these records. She's coming in with that momentum, and it has a lot of eyes on the WNBA. And a lot of people don't like that. It's not like I could be an idiot and make a joke about women just being mad and not getting no attention, but that's not the case. Because in any sport, when somebody new comes in, regardless of how hard you've been busting your ass, or not even just a sport, in life, when somebody comes into a situation, a new space that you've been working your ass off for, and they're immediately getting recognized as like the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah, hold on. What you talking about? You ain't proved nothing yet. I'm gonna play extra hard. I'm gonna work extra hard. I'm gonna present extra hard. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. And, and yes, some ladies are being extra physical, but that's the nature of the game, right? You can't just tell them we want to treat y'all want to be, as highly paid athletes, but at the same time, be ladylike. You feel me? There are some women that are going overboard with a couple of aggressive flagrant fouls, but in sports, Mike did it, LeBron did it, Kobe did it, Shaq did it. If you are that person, you're getting fucked up, right? Now it's not normally this egregious or visible, but what are you gonna do? Are you gonna cry about it, or are you gonna all right, bet I'm gonna throw a ball back?
Yep, and that's what shout out to Girls Arena. That's what Kenyon Martin and Pat Bev was saying to her as well. Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark hasn't come back because it hasn't come on air talking about I need support. She has been quiet relatively. She's been doing the right thing, but Slick. Maybe maybe this might come off as devil advocate or not. Be careful what you ask for. Wasn't 3 years ago, like Monica mentioned, wasn't one of the main stuff was lack of pay and lack of exposure. That was one of the talks that was 3 years ago. Now y'all starting to get in the money, the charter bus and the exposure. Now, what y'all failed to understand, where exposure comes with the negative side of media. Because the topic that they talk about with Caitlin Clark is no different from how they drag the situation with Dylan Brooks and LeBron James or Draymond Green. Draymond Green's a little bit different because Draymond Green had a history of doing some questionable things with niggas, so that's probably why it was more of a national news. But what what I'm trying to say, Slick, is the media attention that they're giving to Caitlin Clark is something that they would do in the NBA season. If someone physically fouled LeBron like that right now in the NBA season, you don't think niggas would have been talking about that for a whole week? Who's that guy from the Detroit Pistons that had the bloody eye and whatnot? Isaiah Stewart?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that a media coverage for a whole week?
Oh yeah, that was
because it was LeBron James.
Yeah.
So my whole thing about WNBA players or people who's been supporting WNBA players getting so defensive that, oh my God, y'all focus on Caitlin Clark and y'all try to vandalize that player. This is what comes with the exposure that you was asking for. This is no different from what they would do in the NBA. You are purposely you did something to the number one player, popular player, not even because Asia Wilson MVP so far in my list for the season. She
should have won it last year.
Yep, she's been killing. I gotta give her props. But as far as the most popular player in WNBA right now is Caitlin Clark. Anything that y'all do to her is going to get immediate coverage for at least 3 to 5 days. I mean, especially off of this slow season right now.
Even to that point,
for media.
That's probably another frustrating part too. Is like there are women that are doing what Caitlin Clark does on stat wise. Like you said, if she came in and was Steph Curry year 4, you'd be like, shit. She's averaging 17, 6, and 5, which is good numbers for the W. But there are players matching and exceeding those numbers without the turnovers. Asia Wilson but optically only received her deal after Caitlin got hers. When she's an MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time champion, like literally should be the face of the WNBA, right?
You right, Slick. But with Caitlin Clark, you have stats to prove why she gets the money or why she's number one
from college.
She comes in from college with breaking records, with me not only with points and stuff, with views. And in her first couple of games in the WNBA, crushes a lot of the views that's been going on for the last year put together. So it's kind of like, I understand what you're saying, Slick, but Asia Wilson wasn't doing something that was catching the audience attention the way Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark ain't really doing much, but it's just she has the stats to make her that number one figure.
That's true.
Sort of thing.
I would also, to Stephen A, like, you got to stop acting surprised and hurt when somebody catch you off guard by saying the truth and not just trying to pacify you for the ratings. Like, she's called you out, brother. You have a platform as a black man that you really can show what you want, like what you want to bring attention to, and people going to pay attention to it. You feel me? So the fact that you wanted to try to recapture the moment again and go back to that's terrible optics for you, brother. Like, just she called you out because again, and it's not just you, but the media could have been shining a light on the Asia Wilsons, the Breonna Stewarts, the Candace Parkers, instead of this might not go well. Instead of every white girl with a jump shot that comes out, y'all want to make the second coming of the face of the league. Sabrina Ionescu, great player. She's not top 10 in the league right now, but she got the sneaker deal. Sneakers is fire. She's earned, she got the all-star look because of the shooting, which again I approve. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve, but it's like there are other players who are doing the same, if not more than her. And I think that's the thing.
But I gotta give Monica a little pushback on it. Yeah, he wasn't talking about it to the amount that he's talking about it now, but there is receipts that he was talking about the WNBA 3 to 4 years ago. Obviously, he could have done a better job. I'm with Monica with that. Monica, you're right. He could have done a better job. But to say he wasn't using his platform, he was. He covered the WNBA game. So it's kind of like, it's not typically true. And also, to be honest with you, it's still a business in a sense where niggas is going to talk. Slick, niggas was literally just a week or two ago talking about a one-on-one with LeBron James. Why? Because there was nothing else in the media that week to talk about for real. That will get ratings. At the end of the day, it's a media business. They're going to talk about things that brings ratings. Because that's why you don't hear too much about F1, about NASCAR that much. That's why you don't hear too much about baseball unless someone getting banned. Oh, shout out to that dumb nigga over here, only winning 4% and getting banned for life from the MLB. We're not gonna talk about you too much, you dumb nigga. You used to here give up $1 million to win 4% of your bets. That's not here there. But this is why we don't talk about tennis that much outside of Serena and Naomi. It's why there's a lot of other stuff. There's a whole soccer league that only talks about because Messi is there. It's stuff that brings the ratings. And at that time, the WNBA wasn't bringing ratings. Now you guys are bringing ratings because you had an illustrious draft class. You literally have the Magic Johnson and Bird. That's why Angel got
to put some work in.
Yep. All right, let's get to our song of the week. All right, if you listen to this on YouTube, please exit and go to your favorite streaming platform, preferably the Live Podcast app, which you could download on iOS or Android. But you can listen to our song of the weeks on our music playlist or our Spotify music playlist. Shout out to EBK, J Bud, Skitzer Us. That's a real hood boogie shit. But that was our song of the week. You can find our previous song of the week on our music playlist, our Spotify music playlist, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite. Slick, drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, what is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toxic Service announcement. All right, this week's TSA is sponsored by Heart of Moisture. If you're looking for good quality products at a good rate, go check out Heart of Moisture. Description and link will be in bio. Slick is just us this week. We want to give also a shout out to Jay. He just dropped a couple of videos on his YouTube. Go check him out. But Slick, I got a couple of topics here, Slick. As you can see from the episode title, Slick, we need to get rid of this honey pack business, bro. A nigga was in a club. Instead of pouring shots in girls' mouths, niggas started dumping honey packs in shorties' mouths out here, Slick. What's going on out here in these streets, bro?
Yo, the honey pack is just nothing but liquid Cialis. Like, that is not supposed to be just consumed like that.
And it don't do nothing for the women. So also for women, y'all over here taking honey pack and start trying to act freaky. Y'all lying. You just wanted some dick. You just wanted to be quote unquote under the influence to sit here and get dick. So I'm over this shit, Slick. Like, y'all niggas, we gotta start bringing back gatekeeping. I'll put this real quick on here. We gotta start bringing back gatekeeping because niggas, I don't even want to talk about the big three no more until niggas start outplaying the big three out here now, gang. Niggas take the sauce and run and overuse this shit. Like, even with the Need That, bro. Just when I was about to get my shit off with Need That, niggas done killed that shit now. Shorty's done find the meaning of that. Niggas started saying that on Instagram, Twitter, and all that. So now, even if you attempt to hit a shorty with Need That, shit dead out here, gang.
Damn.
Stop bringing the honey packs in situation. Y'all freak niggas. And Slick, I had to say, because some niggas said, yo, how the hell you bring the high Freaktose corn syrup in the club? Niggas is wildin'. Girls, y'all not taking shots no more. Y'all taking shots of honey packs.
The club is performative now. That's why I'm glad I outgrew that shit so quick. It's all a show. As we get in bottles, we get in the section, we listen to the same 15 songs, just with the same beat with 15 different versions of the lyrics. Mm-hmm. And it's like, all right, we not dancing. We go out, we turn up. We don't care who around. We pay. We lit. Right. But it's very performative. So you say the honey pack, you say, somebody sparking up in the spot, somebody again pouring liquor in shorty's mouths, girls.
Even with the liquor, the liquor be so fucking mainstream now. Oh, let me get the Don Julio, let me get the Casamigos. Mind you, Casamigos is not the greatest tequila. But the way how y'all was over here purchasing this shit, y'all made that shit sound like it was the best thing since sliced bread.
Casamigos was a safe tequila during the pandemic because it was like, all right, I ain't got nothing to do. But it's a tequila you can learn to like. But once you have good tequila, you'll never drink Casamigos again.
Bro, so leave the honey pack alone, you freakzoids over here. And niggas, and some of y'all niggas that I see y'all in the video taking honey packs and making salmon and all that shit, y'all a little too young to be out here with the honey packs, my nigga. Invest yourself in the big three. I'm not gonna talk about what's the big three. Go ahead.
You can't do nothing with it because it's like, yo, you about to die. You about to be 47 having heart attacks. God forbid. Like, what are you doing? You shouldn't need that. Actually, you better go get you. Never mind. You said we not revealing the big three, so I'm gonna chill. Yeah, everybody go take you some vitamins and some herbs
over here. All right, and then Slick, real quick, I have a video from TikTok that, first of all, before you play this, Slick, real quick, what is your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero is probably, I'm a Nightwing guy. So Nightwing, Robin,
Right,
aka Dick Grayson.
We gonna keep it. Nightwing. Play the video.
This not gonna go well, is it?
Asking them who their favorite superhero is. This is my guide to understanding who a man is, depending on who their favorite superhero is. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Cancer. Ask a man. They don't give a shit. Ask a man who their favorite superhero is. I'll tell you what it means about them. This is my plan. So if it's wrong, you could blame it on me. I don't care. I don't know why his face is cut off. Why am I just looking? Okay, anyways, if your favorite superhero is Superman, you're a traditional man. You like things done your way, and you're probably going to hit your kids. If your favorite superhero is Spider-Man, you use humor to cope with a lot of things. You're very indecisive. You're a go-with-the-flow kind of guy. And
Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel character, so that counts.
but you can be really hard on yourself. Really hard on yourself. Like, when you're alone in your bed, you start, tweaking about your life, okay? If your favorite superhero is Batman, I feel like as a kid, you went through a lot of hardships, whether that was being bullied, being hard on yourself, I don't know what it was. But you're working on yourself now, but you still don't know who you are. You feel this sense of longing, sadness. Favorite superhero is Thor. You're a work hard, play hard kind of guy. You procrastinate a whole bunch. I feel like you give me gym kind of vibes, but you kind of put away the important parts of your life, and you party hard a little bit harder than you work. But you're kind of that work hard, play hard mentality, but you party harder. If your superhero is Iron Man, you're a very straightforward kind of guy. You like things done your own way. You can kind of be a control freak. For example, you're like a leader. You're not a follower. So if somebody is working on a school project and they keep messing up, you're going to literally rip the paper from underneath them and do it yourself because you trust your judgment better than.
So Slick, you said your favorite Marvel hero is Nightwing.
Nightwing is
so that kind of similar to Batman.
Nightwing is Nightwing is the Spider-Man of the Marvel of the DC universe. I really would say because everybody love him, but he got a lot going. But he uses humor and keeps everybody's levels up regardless of stress. So I'll say Marvel is Spider-Man. DC is Nightwing. So they pretty much operate in the same boat in my book. You see Slick Grayson.
So do you see?
Oh, the Spider-Man shit was
the
Spider-Man assessment was absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. I was tight. I wanted to throw my phone out the window.
So ladies, do you think this is a good first date question that ladies should start asking?
It depends because do they know they gotta know superheroes. Because it's like they know the astrology and shit like that. They don't know if you don't know superheroes, you can't ask me that question. I'm gonna say Nightwing, but who the fuck is that? I'm like, see, look, you don't know. You're not well versed.
So ladies, this would be a trick to find out more about niggas over here. You don't have to even read the comments or anything like that. For Marvels, obviously, some of y'all might have even watched the Marvel movies just because y'all just thought shit was popular. So you probably already know some of the famed Avengers. Just watch a little bit of DC shows. Get you a character and really ask a nigga like that. So if you find like a nigga is like, oh yeah, I like Thor. Oh, that nigga's just a musclehead. Stop fucking with him. If that nigga's he says Iron Man, yeah, he's a leader, but bitch, he would drop you like a hot potato if you play with him. Now, if he's Batman, he got emotional issues. He's gonna tell you, I'm not ready for a relationship. And you better believe that shit. When he tells you he's not ready for a relationship. I think I like it. I'm about to tell my homegirls to try that out and see what response that they got from this. Now, Slick, I can ask you this question now since you proposed and your fiance accepted. But Slick, there's a scenario. I mean, you don't have to play the video, but Slick, what happens if a man proposed to his shorty and the shorty says no? Is the relationship over?
For me personally,
I mean, you can answer now because she said yes.
Probably. I mean, it depends on the reason. If it's like something I'm not ready type shit, like, if there's a legitimate reason, like I want to get certain things like financials or like shit like about my life in order before I go into that step, I could understand that. Like that's the reason. Like maybe you want to be in a better position in life with finances or, school or things like that before you lock yourself into that. Cool. But if it's also just like I'm just not ready. Oh, word. So I'm pussy. Say less. I'm out.
Only way I accept no if it's under a year. if I'm proposing to you after 3 or 6 months, it's like, all right, homie, you don't really know me like that. Like if I was a girl, but if we've been together for a year or two and I propose and you say no, because even with proposal, doesn't mean you have to get married right away. You could get married 2 to 3 years or whatever after the proposal, even though that's not the typical route. Usually people like to get married a year or two after the engagement, but that doesn't necessarily you get married the next day. The relationship is over for me. If I propose to you, bitch, you tell me no. Oh yeah. Don't even think about, don't even, you know how girls be, like I've been saying, because there's a lot of girls recently I've seen, either pregnancy or any stuff, they be looking at their partner like, when you gonna propose to me? If you say no to me and I stay with you and you see a lot of proposals go down, don't even have a thought in your head that I'm gonna propose.
Well, we know that's because a lot of them be on clocks and they be like, this is what I want it's the story they want to tell in their head about why certain things have to be done at certain times, right? It's not about the situation and making sure everything is right. A lot of times it's about, hey, I want to be married by 26 and have 2 kids by 30. And it's like, life be happening, mama. And if we locked in and we here, we can get there. But you got to allow both parties to get to where they need to be. But at the same point, like, we've been together for X, Y, Z, and I proposed. And you're like, oh, nah, you took too long. Wait, excuse me. Or, nah, I'm not ready yet. It's like, oh, so we wasting time. Like, we here. We know what it is.
Oh, yeah, we wasting time.
I get that.
It's over.
I get that. I respect
that. And if by chance I do stay, shorty, you're going to have to end up proposing to me because I'm not going to propose to you.
All right. Let's move on with your bad bitch ways.
Soft guy, drizzle. Slick, I said this is from the New Warrior Mall. Check the Twitter DMs. This is going to be an important question. When you eat, do you pause, do you moan, or do a happy dance when you eating food? Play this clip real quick.
Date with a guy, he was eating, and he said, did a little shuffle on his shit. Like, you would never go. You would never go.
If he went like, I'm relishing in this.
Like, this is so crazy. Good. I'm so glad we picked this spot. You would never go. Like, you would get up and leave that nigga there.
If he said, okay, like I would not.
I'll speak about this. Damaris, I almost threw my phone at you. Don't stop playing with me.
Damaris, you and I on a date. Brussels sprouts come, we're splitting. And I go, oh, wow.
Is it acceptable for a man to moan or do a happy dance?
You can't do that.
While eating food?
The most you could do is make a face. That's the most you could do is make it like,
What face? What the face? Nah, this shit.
Yeah, hype. Like, oh shit. You can't. I have never.
This shit slap.
Can't do that.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. You can't moan. You can't do the whole, because shorties be having orgasm eating. They be rolling.
They be like, oh my god, babe, try this. You can't. Oh my god, babe, try this. Nah, you'll be like, this shit right here. You got to.
Telling your shorty, nah, bitch, try this. Nah, try the salmon, bitch. This shit's to die for.
You can't do that. You gotta be like, nah, you gotta try that. That's good. That's fire.
Nah, tell you shorty. See the broccoli? They put garlic butter, bitch. Oh my god, try this shit. Eat off my spoon. Now you can't even do. Us man, we really can't do much.
You can't show no type of nah. I'm pro men having fun, but that's not. Yeah, you can't get that off, bro. I'm gonna look at you.
I got a confession slick. When I'm by myself, I do a little happy dance when I get my food. When I get it to the right temperature, and I sit down on that table, slick. I might do a little Dougie, just a little bit, Especially when you had that leftover that you was thinking about the whole day, and you had a tough day at work, and you finally put it in the oven, and that shit comes out at the right temp. You sit down, you put a nice little bev, slick. A nigga might hit a little stinky leg.
So you take that bite, it's like that first meal you ain't eat all day. Yeah, that shit. This is it. But I'm not
like life is like your life half beating again. It's like you never did a happy dance while you ate.
I mean, I've done it. I'm not doing it out on no first date or nothing like that.
Not with your shorty, with your fiance.
It depends on where we at. It gotta be something life changing. I'm like, oh, that's fire.
You're not gonna be like, oh my God, is that garlic butter?
I could get that shit off though. I've invested. I put the ring down. I'm in.
So you telling me you gotta make sure you put the ring and impregnate her so she don't know it.
I'm invested.
You gotta trap her.
To be vulnerable like that, absolutely ain't gonna take me to the group chat like I'm your husband. Relax.
Can we do a social experiment now, bro? Can you take your shorty out on a date, order a steak, and be like, that's filet mignon. Can you do that with me?
She might leave. So, all right, sure. That's
pregnant and all?
Pregnant and all. She might be out.
Please, one time do that. I want to see her reaction.
She gonna look at me and say she gonna say it's Pride Month.
Yo. Not Pride Month.
She gonna say it's Pride Month. I already know her. She gonna violate.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And that's not even the worst part. Then she gonna tweet about it like she gonna put up some sus meme with some suspect ass line. Like niggas out here like,
You already know the next game night she was gonna expose you.
Like, shut up, yo ass over here. You over here busting a nut off the steak. Shut up. Relax. That was between us.
She gonna make the steak like, oh, is that better than the steak at that restaurant you was all giggly about? Oh shit.
See, look.
Yeah. You know what, guys? That you just gotta be tough with it. Like that shit right there. Yeah. Man, you gotta act like a caveman when you get a good food. Like food good.
I'm gonna tear that shit up. I'm locked in now. But like shit, even last summer that wasn't happening.
You know what? Let's get to our choose one.
Just saying.
You forget your girl listens to this pod.
That's fine.
All right, this week
kill me yet.
All right, this week's choose one, Slick. Would you rather change? You got this from Squadcast. I always like to give the people who I get topics from all deaf Squad class. Would you rather change your appearance at will but lose hours from your life, or never change your appearance but live twice as long? So you can be like 50 but look 25.
And I could live twice as long. Shit. Average.
Yeah, so it's like you could be like 50 years old but you look 25 because that's double. Which one would you choose?
I'm looking like this at 50. Hell yeah, 60. Look at me.
But Slick, that means you're gonna outlive everyone that you love.
All right, we had a great run.
But that's what you know.
We had a great fucking run. I got lessons.
Nigga, I'm changing my appearance. Oh, you want dreadhead niggas? Because you know girls will love a fuck on a nigga with dreads. Dreadhead Ross. No. Hey, yeah, what's good, ma?
I'm the king of closure.
Sometimes shorties rapping.
I said I'm the king of closure. I want to know how this story called Life in America is going to be in 150 years. I want to see. Let me sit there. It's all right. I'm gonna miss y'all.
You're gonna be like, because the average expenses for men is about like 73.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 146.
You would have stayed to 46 just to watch America crumble.
Yeah, not crumble, but I want to like. What happens with
this shit going to crumble?
I mean, all the great things crumble eventually. But yeah, I mean, I had a great run. I have my great grandkids hopefully to support me. Like, Grandpa, you old as hell. I know, but I'm here. I'm here, baby. I got you.
There's gonna be a great grandkids by then.
That's fine. They gonna know me.
Yeah, but I'm gonna change my appearance because I'm gonna be using that for evil. Oh, you want dark skinned niggas that look like Duke Dennis? Snap with a finger. Ooh, ooh. Oh shit, you want niggas with tattoos? Yo, you want tall niggas? I mean, I'm a tall nigga, so I don't have to do that. What's the feature that niggas be? You want niggas with waves?
You want a beard?
I'm right here.
You want a
beard gang? How big you want my shit looking like a Philly nigga during Ramadan, or you want a nigga that look from the South? All right, cool. But that probably be my choice, because I'm here for a fun time, not a long time. So like, I don't know if I want to see America and see how the trend of what's going on right now with politics and how outside is going. Niggas gonna either be in the war, or nuke them, or aliens gonna come and fuck niggas up. That's gonna happen. I don't want to see that. But let us know what you guys would choose. And I think that's a great way to end this audio journey this week. Hopefully you had a great time listening to us. And please leave a 5-star rating and a review because that helps out with the algorithm. And please download the Live Podcast app on iOS and Android. And please follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If you need branded deals, business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. I'm the voice of outside or indoor Poppy. B Breezy, aka Poppy Size Zone.
See, that's why they think you outside. It's your boy Slick. I just tell the truth. Y'all be great. We see y'all next week.
Take out.
Just take the beats. Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always say something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.